Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to take another step forward to finding our CB1. We've covered Christian Gonzalez, Joey Porter Jr., Cam Smith, Devin Witherspoon. We like every single one of those guys, but today we're going to cover Kelee Ringo from Georgia. Before we get into the video, I'd like to say thank you guys so much for the recent love in all of my videos, but I wanted to mention that only 4% of you guys who are viewing my videos have subscribed to the channel. Now, if you guys enjoy frequent draft-related football content, it would be greatly appreciated if you guys just hit the subscribe button down below. Before we jump into the tape, I'd like to just take a quick look at some coverage numbers. Now, Kelee Ringo played in the SEC, so this means he was tasked with covering the best players in the nation, and I think he did a fairly good job of doing that. He allowed 42 receptions for a completion percentage of 53.8. Now, those aren't elite numbers, but they're pretty good. He did allow over 500 yards in coverage this year, as well as a touchdown in coverage. Now, those are actually pretty good numbers. That is a lot of yardage, but his coverage numbers aren't even close to like a Devin Witherspoon. Of course, he's playing against harder competition, but we're just looking at the raw numbers here. He also managed to get 2 interceptions and 5 PBUs this year and allowed a pass rating of 70. He also managed to have 9 penalties on the season. That's 9 penalties over 16 games. You'd like to see him play a little bit more disciplined, but I don't think that's terrible. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Tennessee game for Georgia. This was midway through the season, so he's playing his best football around this time of the year. Real quickly, he's at the top of the screen. He comes in at 6'2", 210 pounds. He was a 5-star recruit. He was highly sought after, and he really profiles as like a freak athlete. A lot of people anticipate him to test off the charts when he does the combine. We'll see if on the film he plays with that same athleticism. Let's see if this guy's a freak athlete like they all say. We're going to do the same grading as always. Did he do a good job? Did he do a bad job? Or did he just do his job? And then we'll come up with a final score at the end of the video. All right, first play. They're a little stacked formation here. He's top of the screen. This is normally like some kind of screenplay. Just that's a typical formation, a little switch release. That's Jalen Hyatt. Oh, he comes up for a little stick. So right here, he's just dropping back here, and he's waiting to read the quarterback. These two receivers are actually kind of lazy on this. They don't even sell like they're running the route. So watch, he just drops back, and then he gets off his guys, recognizes the play, and he goes after the ball. I really like how fast he comes downhill. And he lays a big hit. I wish he wouldn't put his head right down. He comes up to make the play. He already looks really big on the field. He kind of looks like a safety. Here he is again, top of the screen. He looks like he's in a press man look against Jalen Hyatt. This is a potential first-round guy with crazy speed. Keep that in mind while we're going through this film. He gets his hands on him. This little screen his side. You'd like to see him get off the block here a little easier. That's Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt's tiny. Hyatt's like 180 pounds. I want him to get off that block a little bit faster. All right, it already looks like they're running a lot of man. This formation's weird too. They're so close to the sidelines here. They're not giving him a whole lot of room to play with. Here he is right here. His man looks like this outside guy. And a little comeback route. Cedric Tillman, he's playing so far off there that it's just a good play by the offense. You don't want to negatively grade that. It's a 1st and 15 play. So Tennessee naturally is looking to just gain some chunk yardage back, but he only allows him to get like 6 yards there. I'm not going to crush him for that. This next play right here is a fine play. Kind of weird that he's up on the line. He doesn't press too much. You see guys like Denzel Ward do that in the league, but Denzel Ward's a little bit smaller. So you want Kelee, he's a 210-pound guy. You want him to start jamming these people. I want to see some physicality. But here it's not even a play towards the side. He really just mirrors his guy. And, you know, get off the block here. Get off the block and go help. Can't really see. Amazing rep right here by Kelee Ringo. His guy doesn't get targeted. He gets his hands on the guy very early in his route, and he chokes him out on that sideline. He kind of really squeezes his guy towards that sideline, so he doesn't have a whole lot of grass to work with. He just plays really good in phase here, and he gets contact on his guy. I want to see this guy use more press, but you want to see more reps like this. This is good. Hands early, and he stays in phase. He's right there. He's not going to get targeted. This play is super interesting right here. It looks like Tennessee likes to do a lot of these switch releases where they have 2 receivers. They're stacked up on top of each other, and then they'll switch. What Kelee does, it looks like he's trying to do some pre-snap diagnosis. I don't know what this call is right here, but watch his little body language right before the ball is snapped. I don't know what that is. And then he swaps off his guy. He comes up with a reception. I really like that he recognized the play that they were going with, and he did a good job of passing off the receiver. He passed off that receiver that he was up on, and he realized that they were doing a switch release. Even though he allowed a little reception there, I think it's good recognition. That's good IQ play. I can't knock him for having good IQ. He just didn't perform perfect on that play. Kelee's in man here at the top of the screen. He kind of flips his hips effortlessly there. I want to see him earlier. Come to that ball earlier. Unless he might have been getting toasted. If it took him that long to get back to the ball, maybe he was getting toasted. You couldn't see because it's not all 22. But he looked like he was in phase for that frame that we had. This rep is technical refinement. You don't really want to see this. What he does is he gets his hands on his wide receiver here. And the wide receiver does a quick hitch. Kelee just gets confused. It's almost like he got beat right off the gate. And then he spins the opposite way. He takes his eyes off of everything. It's a really weird play here. This just isn't good technique. Watch what he does here. Granted, it's a run play to the opposite side of the field. It's just weird that he turned out away from the ball and his guy. That was just kind of sloppy. If he's a man, you want him to stay in phase and like keep his eyes on his guy or like some contact so he knows where his guy's at. That curl route kind of shook him. All right, next play. Here he is, top of the screen. Some off man. He looks good. Nice and patient on that. Is he getting? No, he's not getting targeted. We might be able to see a good angle if they do a replay. He looked like he had a blanketed. Oh yeah, he was all over that curl route. They run a lot of those hitches on the boundary there. He's just reading them. All right, top of the screen. This is a really good rep. We've been talking about him getting his hands on his guy, be physical. He's getting sick and tired of these quick little comeback routes. So right here, he's anticipating it and he jams them hard and he messes up that timing of that curl route. I don't know why the offensive coordinator has a curl here on 3rd and 6. I like that he gets his hands on him and he's kind of angry with it. He doesn't get targeted. Jalen Carter, massive play in the end zone. Freaking beast. He's in man coverage following his guy. That's Cedric Tillman. All right, get off the blocks here and come tackle. Come down. You see this is a run. You want him to be there. You want him to be there. Watch it in slow-mo. Like, look at his guy slowing down here to block. He can see that this is a run. Like, but this guy's still 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And Kelee knows this is a run. Get off this block. Come help. You want to be able to tackle this guy before the sticks. Maybe he doesn't play physical for that 6'2" frame. This dude's huge. You want him to be playing like a safety. Like a little Devin Witherspoon out there. But he just hasn't showed that yet. Alright, so this is cool. 2nd and 8. This is a potential passing down. The other 10 defenders on his team are on the opposite side of the field. This man's on an island. The defensive coordinator just trusts him to be on this island. It could be a run, but let's just see. You know, that's just some off-man stuff. It's a run up the middle, but that's good. I like that they trust him to do that. Here's another rep on an island. Not even getting targeted. First one, we'll just grade that he did his job. The second one, we'll give him a 1. He wasn't even getting targeted on that play. I love that. I think it's very important for these first rounders to be able to show that they're capable of being on an island. You're not drafting these guys super high because they have safety help all game. All right, here's a press look bottom of the screen. Let's see. Little press look here. Kind of patient. Good coverage, man. That's a coverage sack all day. He just stayed on top of his guy that whole time. Here he is, bottom of the screen. Go, Kelee. Get your hands on this guy. Yeah, squeeze him on the sideline there. Good job. All right, here he is, bottom of the screen. Got his man. They run a lot of man. Okay, we can see a good angle here. He's kind of got that effortless speed. Oh boy, here's a bad rep here. All right, so he lets this guy get a free release, and then he's just grabby. It's like a PBU there, but it's because he's grabbing. He's all over him, and the ref threw the laundry. I don't love to see that. All right, bottom of the screen right here, right below the Georgia sign there. Press man. Is he getting targeted? Little comeback, dude. No! Come on, bruh. Get physical. Dude, that's a bad rep. Here we go, slow-mo. Get physical. I want him to get physical. Get your hands on him. Them hips are bad, dude. Come on. And then he whiffs the tackle. Not good. Those are bad hips. I mean, let's watch this again one more time. Dude, he looks like a school bus out there. And they've been running curls the whole game. You should be anticipating that. Come on, bruh. Another play here, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not loving what I'm seeing right now. Bottom of the screen, it's some off man. He knows it's a run now. Go help. Where is he? He's just hanging out. I don't love that. All right, here we go, fellas. It wasn't great. Keep in mind we only do 20 snaps, but man, it seems like he's pretty raw. This isn't the very first time I've ever watched Kelee Ringo, and I made the same observations in other games as well. He just feels like those traits don't show up other than speed. He could shadow his guys on easy routes, like drags, no problem. Now a 0 score, obviously that's not great. By our grading format, that's like fine reps, they did their job. I think he did an okay job, but like we're scouting traits in this, ugh. but he did okay in coverage. He didn't let up a ton of yards yet. We only got through a quarter and a half because Tennessee throws the ball so much. So we're going to go ahead and watch a few more plays. Maybe he'll wow us. Maybe he makes a crazy play or something. But we're not grading from here on out. We're just watching. Guys, this is 2 plays away. I'm not even here just to bash. We're just watching. 2 plays away. He gets bullied off the line. That's not good. He must have heard us talking. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Right in phase. Right on top of the receiver. Beautiful pick. Like game-changing pick right there. If his team needed it. They're up by a bunch. But damn, this is great. He squeezes him along the sidelines and he runs a route for him. That's the traits that we're talking about. This guy has effortless speed. Here we go again, though. You're going to live and die by this guy. Like, no press at the line. I hate that. Go jam this guy. He's a big receiver. And them hips, he's got them slow hips. He's been seeing him run curl routes all game, and he's just getting beat. His change of direction just doesn't, it's not what I'd like it to be, especially for a first round guy. I don't really like this play either. Jalen Hyatt runs a little out route right here, but Kelee Ringo just stays kind of in phase, but he doesn't make any angle towards the ball at all to break it up. He just stays parallel with the line here, and if Hyatt wanted to, he could stay in bounds and probably break the tackle. He just takes bad angles on this. Like, it's not a big gain, but it's like, he could have just curled right in, no problem. Just bad angle to the ball. All right, guys, that's Kelee Ringo. He didn't grade out like we thought he would. Now, he has great speed, I'll give him that. But the traits and the size, he doesn't play to that size. I don't love it. He's 6'2", 210 pounds, but he just doesn't have, like, the athleticism, it seems like. He has poor hips, or maybe it's just poor reaction time. I don't know what it is. He just feels very raw and out of sync. Now, he can turn and run with any of them, but I think he has a lot of work to do, and I do think that that grade reflects how I feel of him. Now, we only grade 20 snaps, so it's not a definitive take on this guy. We have to watch way more to really develop our opinion, but so far, not my favorite. I think he could have some good upside, but man, he needs to work on a lot of technique. He doesn't play with any bit of urgency, and we didn't see him aid in the run game like at all. He's just going to get a big from me for now. And we're probably going to continue to mock him in like the 20s or something like that. Definitely not up in that top tier with like the Joey Porter, Christian Gonzalez, and Devin Witherspoon for me. But that doesn't mean he can't be a good player. Alright boys, if you guys enjoyed Kelee Ringo, please leave a thumbs up. If you guys enjoy the football content regularly, I suggest you hit the subscribe button down below. And we'll continue to find our CB1 over the next couple weeks or so. Alright boys, peace out.